As moms, we're often stuck in the kitchen, which means we're missing out on the fun and all those special moments. That's gotta change. So join me today in the kitchen as I put together our Christmas Eve dinner, dessert bar, and I'm making breakfast ahead of time. That way I can enjoy all the magical moments and not spend so much time in the kitchen. Aprons on, let's go. I'm starting off Christmas Eve by putting our ham in the slow cooker. I got this ham at Smith's. This is a spiraled honey ham, $1.27 a pound. So I'm in my extended pantry and I'm grabbing a can of pineapple. It's gonna cook with some of the juices in the slow cooker with the ham. It's gonna be delicious. So I'm just gonna start it on low. It's gonna cook for a few hours and then I'll turn it to warm. In my next video, you're gonna see my holiday shopping hauls, and at Costco, I grabbed this 3-pound Jimmy Dean sausage. I'm gonna cook all of this up. I'm gonna brown this up really good, make sure there's no pink, and get as much of the grease out as I can. I'm gonna put aside 1 pound of the cooked sausage for our breakfast casserole that I'm gonna make tonight for tomorrow morning. And the other 2 we're gonna freeze. But to make this even once it's cooked up, I had to do a little bit of searching online and some math. So in general, when you cook up meat, it usually shrinks by 25%. So 1 pound of ground sausage will typically weigh about 0.7 pounds after cooking. So I did the math, changed it into ounces, and that's how I divided the whole bunch. So here's what I'm gonna be using for the breakfast casserole tonight, and these other 2 are labeled and they're going in the freezer. It's lunchtime, so I laid out some appetizers, and I pulled out that card table that we used for Thanksgiving, and again, it worked out perfectly. So I have the Glazing / charcuterie board out. We have brie, cheddar, fontina cheese with some Ritz crackers, gluten-free crackers, raspberry jalapeno jelly, some salamis and pepperonis, strawberries, blueberries, grapes, and we have a bowl of Cheez-Its and carrots and celery with our favorite dill dip. And on the table, we have shrimp with some cocktail sauce and chips to also dip in the dill dip. Yum. I kept going back and forth if I wanted to make deviled eggs, and then I remembered with Jonah being home and having all his favorites, I was like, yeah, I better make some deviled eggs. So these will go in the refrigerator until it's time for dinner. For tonight's dinner, I'm gonna make some yummy, cheesy funeral potatoes. This is a great make-ahead recipe. I'm using 1 32-ounce bag of country-style shredded hash browns and 4 ounces of cubed cream cheese at room temperature. Then I'm gonna add in 1 can of Campbell's cheddar cheese, 8 ounces of sour cream. Then I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of paprika, a 1/2 tablespoon of garlic and onion powder. I'm sprinkling in some seasoned salt and adding in some black pepper. I'm using some cooking gloves and I'm gonna mix this up really good. What I wanna do is break up that cream cheese. And lastly, I'm adding in 2 cups of shredded medium cheddar cheese. I ended up shredding 3 cups of cheese, and the last cup we'll use at the end to top the casserole. This is gonna bake in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes, and then I'll check on it. I just wanna make sure that the middle of the casserole is good and hot.
Derek, your cheeks are all rosy.
It's Christmas.
The next side dish I'm preparing is the pineapple casserole. It goes perfect with a ham meal. To my casserole dish, I'm adding 2 20-ounce cans of pineapple chunks, drained, and I'm saving all that juice. The majority of this I'm gonna freeze. To my bowl, I'm adding 1/3 cup of sugar. And then to my sugar, I'm gonna add 5 tablespoons of flour and 6 tablespoons of some of that pineapple juice. I'm gonna mix this up really good, try to get all the chunks out, and then add that to my pineapple. Mix that all together. And then I'm topping this with a cup of medium cheddar cheese. I've seen other people use sharp cheddar, but I like it with the medium cheddar. Now let's make the crust that's gonna go on top. Melt down 1/4 cup of butter. And while that's melting away in the microwave, I'm gonna crush up a whole sleeve of Ritz crackers. You basically wanna get 2 cups of crushed crackers. Then I'm gonna add them to my melted butter. Mix this up real good. And then add it on top of the cheese. This is gonna bake in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. We just wanna get it all bubbly and golden brown. Ooh, the ham is done. It smells so good. So now I'm gonna work on the glaze. This is the glaze that it came with. I just needed to add the powder of the glaze into a pan with a tablespoon of water. Bring it to a light boil, stir it consistently, and cook it for 1 minute. And now I'm glazing the ham with it. I popped it back in the oven for probably like 15 minutes at the temperature of what my pineapple casserole was cooking at. And now look at it. It's gorgeous. And that glaze is caramelized on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this, I'm gonna let it rest, and we'll slice this up right before we're ready to eat. So while that's resting, I'm gonna start on the sauteed green beans. So in my pan, I'm frying up some bacon because we're gonna add some bacon bits to our green beans. I had a bag of frozen whole green beans from Costco. Once it gets to a good rolling boil, I'm gonna cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes, drain them, and add them to my pan. I usually put olive oil into the pan, but we have all that yummy bacon grease, so I'm gonna cook them in that. So I'm crumbling in the bacon, and I'm adding a few cloves of garlic. This is what makes it so good. I also added in some cracked pepper, and I'm hitting it with some Parmesan cheese. You guys, this is so good. Sauteed green beans is one of our favorites. I'm just gonna mix this up, incorporate it all, and I'm not gonna saute this for very long. I don't wanna burn that garlic. Oh, look at that, it's all done. It's gorgeous, it smells so good, and it looks so beautiful in this Christmas bowl. I've had this bowl for years. It used to be my mother-in-law's, and I was shocked that she was getting rid of this bowl. So I snagged it, and look how gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna plate up my rolls. I was gonna bake rolls for today, but these are leftover from our family Christmas party just 2 nights before. So this worked out really good. And these rolls are from Costco. Have you had their rolls? Oh my gosh, they are delicious. Super soft, buttery. I think they only bring them out now during the holidays. So if your Costco's still selling them, grab one, pop it in your freezer. Oh, they're delicious. All right, now that the boys are done playing poker, I reset the table. I finally have nice Christmas plates. Now, I'm sure a lot of you could tell what brand of plates these are. These are Lennox. Home Goods was selling them this Christmas, so I grabbed what I could from my local Home Goods, but then I went on to Amazon and ordered some more. And then I ordered these small bread and butter plates. Oh, they're beautiful. The wreaths that are on my candlestick holders are from Taiwan Imports up in Salt Lake City. I exchanged them out for the ones I did have on the table because the ones I did have were super glittery and it was just a mess. Lit the candles, I added the sparkling cider to the table, and the kids are dying to eat. They're ready to start the festivities. Our ham is sliced up. I'm definitely going to be getting this from now on instead of the brown sugar ham from Walmart. The brown sugar one is delicious, but you cannot overcook that. This ham, even though it spent hours in the slow cooker and then 15 minutes in the oven, did not dry out. It was delicious. So some time has passed since dinner. We're now in our Christmas jammies, and I've set out the desserts. We have eggnog. I made the Christmas M&M cookies. We have these every year. This is a recipe from Laura Patel, and I made a little hot cocoa station. So we have our kettle, some powdered Stevens hot chocolate, mini marshmallows, candy canes, whipped topping, and these glasses that I'm using are from the Dollar Tree. You could do your hot cocoa in them, floats, jello, they're so cute. Of course, I have the Italian Christmas cookies and cheesecake from Costco. Costco's cheesecake is so yummy, and we're having it with some cherry pie filling. Yum. Look how cute this eggnog is. Put some of the whipped topping on and added some mini marshmallows. We love Stevens hot chocolate. What's your favorite hot chocolate? I love putting hazelnut in my hot chocolate. I wish I had some of that right now. But what we got going on here is delicious and a load of fun. So while we're having our dessert, we're playing games and we're playing sequence. We haven't played this game in years, and we just started playing again over the summer when my parents were here, and we're having a blast. We're wrapping up the night down in the family room, celebrating the birth of our Savior and remembering why we're celebrating the season.
It was the night before Christmas, And all through the house, they don't detain pass, not even a mouse. And
Mr.
all
Toodles
has
always reads the night before Christmas, but as a tradition, he does the night before Christmas down by the bayou. It is a hilarious book, and the kids thoroughly enjoy when he does it. Our new Christmas feature this year was from Hallmark. They have these books that light up. They're like pop-up books. You have 3 settings on them where it's just the lights and music, and the lights, music, and they tell the story. This was awesome. Oh, it was the cutest thing.
Was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. And to all a good night.
I caught Santa.
Ho, ho, ho.
Mr. Toodles.
Got Santa duties.
I can't wait for the kids to see Derek in the morning and that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna start on breakfast. I really wanna go to bed, but we're gonna get this done. So I'm starting on the breakfast casserole. So I pulled out from my freezer another 32-ounce bag of country style shredded hash browns. So I'm gonna need 2 cups of that, some shredded cheese, diced up onions, mushrooms, green peppers, green onions, and tomatoes. So to my pan, I'm sauteing up the onions and the mushrooms together. This part you usually do with your ground sausage. You need some sweet Italian sausage, but I could not find any this year. So I'm using that pound of sausage that I cooked up earlier. So once the onions soften up and we've cooked down the mushroom, then I'll add the sausage to the pan. Now I'm adding in the garlic. So now that that's done, I need to crack a dozen eggs. I'm adding in my milk, salt, some dried basil, and black pepper. Blending all that up. And to my sprayed casserole dish, I'm gonna lay down the shredded potatoes, get a nice even layer at the bottom. Then I'm gonna take my green peppers, mix it in with the meat mixture, and I'm just gonna start layering this casserole. So I'm putting down my sausage mixture, and then my tomatoes, green onions, the cheese. Keep doing that till you have no more. And then to my egg mixture, I'm gonna add the rest of my cheese, mix that with the eggs, and then I'm gonna pour it all over the casserole. So now I'm just gonna wrap it up with some foil, and I'm gonna get it in the fridge in the garage. And then in the morning, we'll just pop it in the oven. Now to this pan, I sprayed the bottom, and I'm adding my frozen cinnamon rolls. And I'm using Rhodes frozen cinnamon rolls. Then I'm gonna wrap this in saran wrap and get it in the fridge. It'll start thawing out in the fridge. And then in 8 hours when I'm up, I'll take it out, get the chill off of it. The rolls will start rising even more, and then we'll get those in the oven. It is now Christmas morning. Let's see how the kids react to Mr. Toodles in that Santa outfit.
Nice.
I like it.
I like it too. That's awesome.
So as we started opening gifts, I put the breakfast casserole in the oven, had the rolls rise. So very quickly I cooked up some pancakes. It was just the add water pancakes, so the process went very quickly. And before I went to bed last night, I fried up the rest of the bacon. And then I did have in my freezer 1 orange juice from concentrate. It was a beautiful breakfast. We had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. Click on this video here where we kicked off the holiday season. I share a very yummy creamy mushroom chicken. Oh, the dinner was delicious. And the best part, I didn't spend the whole night in the kitchen making it. I'll meet you over there. Thanks for joining me. Bye.